So in this video, I will show you how to find the inverse of a matrix using adjoint method. So first of all, dalam video kali ini, saya akan tunjukkan cara nak cari matrix songsang, inverse function. Let's say in this matrix, matrix A, menggunakan adjoint method, using adjoint method. So before we start, first we need to know what is the formula in order to find the matrix A, which is a matrix 3 by 3. So inilah formula dia. A inverse is equals to 1 over determinants of A multiply by adjoint A. So ini adalah formula dia, di mana fungsi songsang A is equal matrix songsang A is equals to 1 over determinants of A. 1 bagi determinants of A multiply with the adjoint A. So step number 1. Of course, we need to find the adjoint A. Find the determinants of A. So how are we going to find the determinants of A? Macam mana kita nak cari determinants of A? So let's say I'm using row 1. Row 1, So first we try to find the determinants of A. So by using the row 1, so determinants of A will be equals to, first you have to know this is positive, negative, positive. So here start with positive 1. So let's say I try to write positive 1. Kita guna positive 1. Let's say saya tulis positive ni 1 juga. Then what we do is we close this column and this row. Kita tutup lajur ni dengan baris ni. Yang tinggal is 5, 0, negative 1 and 4. So what we have here is 5, 0, negative 1 and 4. This is the first one. After that, let's say I erase this part. Saya padam yang ni. Ini yang pertama. So second, yang kedua. Here is minus. So here is minus. And then the second value is negative 2. So put a bracket, negative 2. Close the bracket. And then for this one, we close the first row and the second column. Tutup macam ni pula. So sini 2. So first row, second column. What I have here is, apa yang kita ada kat sini adalah negative 2, 0, negative 2, 0, and 1, 4. 1, 4. This is second. And then the last one is 3, positive 3. So sini is plus 3, positive 3. And then again, close this row, first row, and the third column. So what I have is negative 2, 5, 1, and negative 1. So based on this one, what I have here is 1. And then try to find this value. 5 times 4. 5 times 4, 20. Minus 0 times negative 1, 0. So this is the first one. Negative, negative will become positive, positive 2. And then again, so this one I use a round bracket. Saya guna kurungan bulat kat sini. Next is negative, negative become positive. And then 4 times negative 2. So is negative 8. Ataupun negative 2 times 4, negative 8. 0 times 1, 0. Plus 3. Finally, this one. Negative 2 times negative 1, positive 2. Minus 5 times 1, 5. So simplify this. 1 times 20 plus 2 times negative 8 plus 3 times negative 3. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So next is we try to get the value. 1 times 20 is 20. This one is minus 16 minus 9. So 20 minus 16 minus 9. So here we have 20 minus 16 is negative, is positive 4. 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So first we get the determinants. So we already have this value. Kita dah ada nilai ni dah. Next we will try to find the adjoint. Seterusnya kita akan cari adjoint. So again this one. Lepas dah balik. In order to find the adjoint. Nak cari adjoint. Let's say saya kerja secara terbalik. As we all know, adjoint is the cofactor matrix. And then kita transposekan dia. So before we try to find the, before we want to transpose the cofactor matrix. Ini saya kerja secara terbalik. So jika kita nak cari cofactor matrix, sebelum kita nak transposekan dia, of course we need the cofactor matrix. Kita kena cari dulu. And cofactor matrix, you have to get, in order to get cofactor matrix, you need this matrix. Positive, negative, positive. And then, in order to get the cofactor matrix, we need the minor. Means that first, we need to find the minor dulu. So, how are we going to find the minor? So, minor. So, let's say start with this value. M11. So, then we will close like just now. Close this one, close this one. So, we have 5, 0, -1, and 4. This is 5, eh? Here is 5. 5, 0, -1, and 4. So just now sebenarnya kita dah cari dah. Here is 20. Let's say cari sekali lagi. 5 times 4, 20. 0 times -1, 0. So here is 20. Then next is M12. For M12, close this one, close this one. We have -2, 0. -2, 0, 1, and 4. 1 and 4. So here is -8 minus 0, which is -8. And then M13. Kita ada chart, we have to find 9 entries lah. Kita kena cari sampai 9. Tutup yang ni pula. -2, 5, 1, and -1. -2, 5, -1, and -1. So here we have 2 times -2 times -1, +2, minus 5 times 1, 5. So here is -3. Move to the next row. Kita pergi kepada row yang seterusnya. M21. Kita nak cari one by one lah. Tutup sini, tutup sini. We have -2, 3, -1, and 4. -2, 3, -1, and 4. 2, 3, -1, 4. Okay. -2 times 4, -8. Minus 3 times -1, -3. Put a bracket for -3. Letak satu kurungan untuk -3 ni. -4. Okay, right. So, -8 plus 3, -8 plus 3 will be -5. M22. M22. Tutup yang ni. Tutup yang ni. 1, 3, 1, 4. 1, 3, 1, 4. So here 1 times 4, 4. Minus 3 times 1, 3. So here is 1. M23. So now we will close the second row and then the third column. So what you have here is 1, -2, 1, -1. 1, -2, 1, -1. So what we have here is 1 times -1, -1. -2 times 1, -2. Put a bracket again. For -2, we put a bracket. So 1 plus 2 is +1. Because negative will become positif. Tolak-tolak jadi tambah. Negatif 1 tambah 2, positif 1. Next, M31. Dia panjang sikit lah sebab kita kena kira satu persatu. We have to calculate one by one. That's why it feel that so long. So 1, close for this one. Negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3 is 5 and 0. 5 and 0. So negative 2 times 0, 0. Minus 3 times 5, 15. So here we have negative 15. M32. 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 And close this line. So we have 1 and 3. 1 and 3. And then negative 2 and 0. Negative 2 and 0. So 1 times 0, 0, minus 3 times negative 2, negative 6. So negative, negative, positive 6. Finally, M33. The last one, M33. Third column, third row. 1, negative 2, 1, negative 2, and then negative 2 and 5. Negative 2 and 5. So here we have 1 times 5, 5. Minus 2, negative 2 times negative 2 will become positive 4. Negative 2 times negative 2, positive 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So this is our minor. From the minor, we will change to the cofactor matrix. How are we going to change the cofactor matrix? Based on this symbol, based on this sign. So let's say I try to write in this one in here. So our cofactor matrix. So based on this symbol, let's say positive, here is 20. So positive 20 means that is 20. The second sign is negative. Negative, negative 8. Negative, negative will become positive 8. Next, positive, negative. Positive, negative will become negative 3. Next, here you can see that here is negative, here is negative. When negative meet with negative or negative multiply with negative, it will become positive 5. So positive 1, so is 1. Negative 1, so is negative 1. Positive meet with negative 15 is negative 15. Negative 6, so negative 6. Positive 1, so positive 1. Here is our cofactor matrix. Finally, we can get the adjoint A. So the adjoint A is the cofactor matrix transpose. So what is cofactor matrix transpose? Means that transpose is from row, it will become column. Apa itu transpose? Transpose adalah daripada baris, dia akan jadi lajur. So let's say baris pertama ni 28 and negative 3. Dia akan jadi first column, dia akan jadi lajur pertama 28 and negative 3. Ini adalah transpose. Row number 2 will become column number 2. 5, 1, negative 1. Finally, row number 3, column number 3. Negative 15, negative 6, and 1. So from row, now will become column. We have the adjoint. So now we can plug into the formula. So kita boleh ganti dalam formula saja. So finally, I have, say, I use, so A inverse is equals to 1 over determinants of A is negative 5. Multiply with the adjoint A. So adjoint A will be this one lah, yang kita baru dapat tadi. 20 5, negative 15. So 8, 1, negative 6, negative 3, negative 1, and 1. So finally, we will have 20 times negative 5 is, you can use your calculator, 20 darab negatif 1/5, negatif 4. 5 times negative 1/5 is negative 1. Negative 15 times negative 1/5. Negative 1/5, so this is positive 3. 8 times negative 1/5, negative 8/5, cannot be simplified. So 1 times this one, 1, negative 1/5. Negative 6 times negative will become positive 6/5. Negative 3 times 1/5, positive 3/5. And finally, negative 1 times negative 1/5, 1/5, negative 1/5. So this will be our inverse of matrix A. So ini adalah inverse. So saya sum up sekali lagi. In order to find the inverse, nak cari inverse matrix by using adjoint method, first this is the formula. So from the formula, step 1 kita cari determinants dulu. Dah dapat determinants dah. And then next we will try to find the adjoint A. Kita akan cuba cari adjoint A. Sebelum nak cari adjoint A, first we have to find the minor dulu. Minor ni kena buat 9 lah. Kita ada 9 kali yang ni, minor ni. Dah dapat dah minor. Macam mana dapat cofactor matrix? Based on tanda-tanda ni. So kena hati-hatilah. Most of the student they skip past this part. Dia direct buat nilai ni 20, negatif 8, negatif 3. Dia terus tulis kat sini. Tanpa rujuk this table, this one. Tanda ni lah, dia tanpa rujuk, dia terus tulis saja. Salah kat sini lah. And then lepas kita dapat tanda ni, jangan lupa this part. And then barulah kita transposekan dia. This transpose is the adjoint A. So kat sini kita dapat, kita darab sajalah. And then we have the answer. So this is how we're going to use adjoint method to find the inverse of a matrix.